few minutes you're going to learn how to interpret pictures and numbers that lie to you. And so sometimes it'll say it's a triangle, but it's not really a triangle. There's sometimes it'll say it's one triangle, it could be two triangles. Is that confusing? Yeah. So we're going to see what that has to do with anything. But let's just do a little visual here first. Let's say that I have this angle A and it's fixed. This angle A is fixed. You can't change it. It's this anchored to the ground, and somebody laid down a length B, and it's fixed too. So the A is fixed, and the B is fixed. So the opposite side is at our mercy. We can make it any length that we want. Now here's the thing though. If this length, since this ground is fixed and B is fixed at an angle, do you see how A could be too short to make a triangle? Yeah. The first time that it touches, think, what does it make? What kind of triangle does it make? What's that, Elizabeth? It's a right triangle, yeah. The first time it just barely touches, it's going to make a right triangle. Now, if we make it a little bit longer than that, and we want to make it a triangle, what's the problem with this being a little bit longer? Obviously, it could go over to here, right? No, that's not what I want. It could go over to here. Where else could it go? It's this long. It could swing out of here. Where else could it swing? Back this other way. In fact, at this situation, there's two places it can be. That's called the ambiguous case.
Excuse the interruption. Is Christian Coffee in class?
Yes. Yes.
Whenever possible, please have him go see his guidance counselor.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll wait till after this. So you have two places it can go. This is what they call the ambiguous case. There's two different triangles that you could have. So going back, we'll shrink this one back up to here. This is too short. This just makes it, there's one solution. Then if it's a little longer, you can have the two. Now what if it's so long that it is the same length as B? Does it have two solutions? Well, is this a triangle? No. But is this a triangle? Yeah. So there's one solution. And then if it's longer than that, it's still going to be one solution because this thing here, if I can access it, this can go on forever. And eventually this thing can go on forever. So no solutions. How many solutions? How many solutions? Two. How many solutions? One and one. One more time, say it really loud. How many solutions? A little louder. Zero then. One then. Two then. Then one. Okay, one last time. How many? Zero. Two and one. So it's 0, 1, 2, and then 1. And those are the situations that we have here. So we'll highlight that. I think isn't that kind of interesting? It's kind of weird. So let's say it's too short. A is less than B sine A. Now, let's talk about B sine A. B sine A is the magical height. So if I sneak in this height here, we'll call this H. The sine of A is H over B. So H is equal to B sine of A. All right? So let's say that A is less than the height. Less than the height. We'll have no solutions. What if it equaled the height? Right here. Equals the height. How many solutions? A equals the height. There's your one solution. Now, what if this thing is a little bit longer than the height, but less than b. So it's between height and b. How many solutions will there be? 2. Okay. And then we said if it's equal to or greater than, it's going to be 1. Right? And those are the ambiguous case. Now, I didn't tell you how to find them, but you get the idea. And it's a little annoying. We do need to probably find out what this height is. So if we knew what the height was, which was b sine a, we would be able to figure out whether it's 1, 2, or no solutions. So, and then we'll wait with this one. Okay? And now let's not wait with this one. Let's say the angle A was bigger than 90. We call it obtuse. If it's bigger than 90, what's going to happen is that there's really 2 possibilities. If this is bigger than 90 and it's equal to B or shorter than B, how many solutions are there if it's A is shorter than B or even equal to B? Is there? Is there one? Let's say A is less than B. Do you have a triangle? No. So this would be no solution. A is less than B, no solution. And let's say A is bigger than B. How many solutions? There's your 1. So this would be no solution, and this would be 1. So I like the obtuse. That's easy. It's either less than B, too short to make a triangle. Or if it's greater than B, 1 solution. So that's good. All right, here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to decide whether these are 1, 2, or no solutions. The way you're going to start is you're going to take B times the sine of A. And that is my height, and you're going to find that for each of these. So I'm going to give you a number, and by the way, we don't have to do, we're going to do this just for these 3 because these are the obtuse ones. So let's have this side of the room here. You guys, you're going to do 1. Tell me what B sine A is. You guys in the middle, do number 2. What's B sine A? And then you guys over here, do 3. What B sine A is. All right, so for number 1, what did you get for B sine A? How long was that? 5, okay? So A, this height is 5, but A is straight across is 7, and B is 10. How many solutions are there going to be? This 7 is a little bigger than 5, but less than 10. How many solutions will that be? 2 solutions. You got it. Because do you see how that, because it's bigger? All right. How about for 2? What did you get for, this is an angle of 50. What did you get for a height this time? How much? 23. So this height is 23. Now A is 117. B is only 30. And this is 117. It's like way out here. So that's going to be how many solutions? 1 solution, yeah. So that's good. Maybe I should put it over here. 2 solutions, 1 solution. Let's do this obtuse one. This is angle A. Straight across is 5, and next to it is 3. So this A is bigger than that. How many solutions will this be? 1 or 2 or no solutions? Can only be 1 for the obtuse. And then we get this one. What is the height for this guy that you guys got? Okay, so about 80. We'll just say 80. So this is 80. And this one straight across, or B is 92, and then this one is only 35. So how many solutions is that going to be? 0. This will be no solutions. and then this one has 600 next door, and then across is only 200. So is that ever going to make a triangle? Nope, so no solution. So the answers should be 2, 1, 1, 0, and 0. Does that help a little bit? Okay. Now, can I make your life easier? Okay. Those are the ambiguous case and all of those. Here's how you're going to solve this with your calculator. You want to do things the easy way, right? Okay. Let's do this the easy way. When you're solving, here's what I want you to do. Just set it up. Set up law of sines. Blindly set up the law of sines. Okay? So here we go. For this one, I have A is 42. So it's going to be acute. So it could have 1, 2, or 0 solutions. Next door is 23.5, and A is 17. Now, does it touch or doesn't it? I don't know. But with my drawing, draw a triangle next. We have a shot that this could have 1, 2, or 0 solutions. It could just barely touch, it could be short, or it could get 2 solutions. So let's see what happens. Just set this up. 17 over the sine of 42 equals 23.5 over the sine of B. Okay? Cross multiply, like you've been doing. And that's going to give me 17 times the sine of B equals 23.5 over the sine of 42. Could somebody quickly get me a calculation for this divided by 17? What's the decimal for the sine of B? Pardon me? 0.92. Good, good. And so what is the inverse sine, undoing sine of 0.92 in degree mode? 60 what? 67 degrees. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we didn't have no solutions. So it looks like there's a chance 67 degrees. That's one solution right there. But we might have 2 solutions. There's 2 ways you can tell if there's 2 solutions. One is the cheap way. In the problem it says, find all the solutions. What does that kind of sound like when they say all the solutions? There's probably going to be 2. But another way we could do it is we could just real quickly find the height. Doesn't take long. It's no big deal. It's 23.5 times the sine of 42. This is going to be my height. So could you real quickly tell me what that is? I hope it's more than 17. No, it can't be more than 17. It'll be less than 17. How much? 15.7. So what does this tell you? How many solutions are there going to be? There's totally going to be 2. So one flips over here. The other one's going to flip over here. This is an isosceles triangle. If this is 67, what does this have to be? 67. It's called an isosceles triangle. Those are equal. So here are the 2 triangles we have. This one, which is 67 degrees here, or this one, which has a 67 degrees here. Okay. Well, if this is 67, these 2 add up to 180. This one here is just going to be 180 minus 67. And what is 180 minus 67? 113. There you go. So now that you know that's 113, now what you can do is you can find this angle and you can find the other sides. Yes? Yeah. And it's also 17 is between this one and the height. Yeah. It's a pain. It's a pain. Then you'll have two solutions for it. What I like to have people remember is that when you're finding these solutions, you just do the A over sine A equals B over sine B. Just do it. Get your answer. Find out what angle B is. If there's two solutions, let's say angle B was 50, then B prime is going to be 180 minus 50 every time, the second solution, which is 130. Oh, just for fun, take your calculators. What's the sine of 50? .76. Take the sine of 130. What'd you get? Oh. Do you think that's why? Do you think that's why you have two answers? Yeah. Try this one. 42. Sine of 42. And what was 180 minus that is 138? What's the sine of 138? Same thing. Okay. That's why. So you get one answer, you get 180 minus to get the other answer. All right. So for your homework, we're going to day 2. And in day 2, what you're going to do is to figure out the solutions. And there may be two triangles. There may be no triangles. There may be no answer. So you'll either have no answer. You might have one triangle set of answers, or you might have two triangle sets of answers. It'll be one of those in each situation, except for when you get to the word problems, I think there's only one solution for those. Okay? That is for tomorrow.